Robert Pattinson was one of those actors that I could never take seriously. To me, he was just that typecast actor who could only play one role, Edward Cullen.
My family, we're different from others of our kind. We only hunt animals.
But now, Robert Pattinson has slowly become one of my favorite actors. But how did he do that? How do you break away from that typecast mold to one of the most interesting actors working today? Pattinson didn't just become famous. He was an icon, but deep down he hated the attention he was getting. So, after Twilight, he did something bold. Robert Pattinson dove into the indie scene. He took up roles in films like Cosmopolis, The Rover, and Good Time. In Cosmopolis, he played a cold, emotionless billionaire losing his mind.
To say something. To make people think.
In The Rover, he was barely
I
recognizable.
believe in God, and I know Henry believes in God. And there's no harm Henry wants to see me come to. And I believe in that.
And in Good Time, he played a desperate criminal on the run, trying everything he could to save his brother from Rikers prison.
Wait, please. How would you like it if I made you cry, huh? Would you like that?
No, I would not.
Come on, get up.
They
told
me I had to do
this stuff. Let's go!
These weren't safe roles. They were odd, and they paid off. Then came The Lighthouse, and in a way, this was his breakout role. A film so strange and brilliant it felt like it came from another time. Black and white, boxy aspect ratio. Two men slowly going insane.
That's what I mean!
Pattinson gave a fearless performance. He wasn't charming, he wasn't clean, he was unraveling. And alongside Willem Dafoe, he gave a performance that felt possessed. He played Ephraim Winslow, or at least a man claiming to be Ephraim Winslow, a quiet, mysterious drifter working a lighthouse shift with a grizzled veteran. At first, he's reserved, but as the isolation sets in, the drinking, the storms, the hallucinations, Pattinson goes full madness, screaming, fighting seagulls, eating and puking and howling like a man being devoured from the inside out. What made this role different wasn't just how far Pattinson pushed himself. It was that he fully disappeared. There's no movie star ego here. He gave himself over to the chaos, and people noticed. Critics started using words like transformative, raw, genius, and for the first time, nobody was talking about Twilight anymore. They were talking about him. After The Lighthouse, Pattinson did something even riskier. He returned to the blockbuster.
I'm vengeance.
The Batman wasn't your typical superhero movie. It was moody, grounded, closer to a psychological thriller than a comic book film. And Pattinson didn't play Bruce Wayne as the polished billionaire. He played him as a damaged, obsessive recluse. A man who hadn't found balance yet. Still raw from grief, still unsure if he was helping the city or becoming part of its sickness. This Batman doesn't smile. He journals like a detective. He barely takes the suit off, and yet it works. Because Pattinson doesn't treat it like a superhero role. He treats it like a character study. He carries the rage, the pain, the loneliness, and he somehow makes it feel real. In doing that, he proved something. He could take on a global franchise again, but this time on his terms. Artful, slow burn, bold. And now we've got Mickey 17, directed by Bong Joon-ho, the mastermind behind Parasite.
뭐냐고요? 아 그리고 선물은 절대 사오지 마. 진짜로. 아 맞다. 자기 미니 쿠퍼니까 그냥 우리 차고 안에 그냥 우겨 넣어.
He plays a disposable clone, someone who's sent on missions too dangerous for humans, dies, and then gets replaced by the next version. But in this story, the clone starts to question everything. His identity, his value, his purpose. Pattinson even leans into the weird again, putting on a new voice and crushing it.
Nasha, how can you laugh right now? This is a multiples violation. I'm as good as dead.
Although this film did not do as well as Parasite, it was truly amazing seeing how far Robert Pattinson has come as an actor. being able to play two roles with ease, Pattinson was a standout performer. He balances humor, fear, and philosophical dread, sometimes in the same scene.
But now, once I die, it'll be over for me.
And just moments later, he shifts gears entirely. Pattinson flips the tone without breaking character, trading dread for dry sarcasm.
I don't like you. You're such a little bitch.
But I'm you.
This is the kind of performance that doesn't scream for your attention. It earns it. This wasn't about box office numbers, it was about evolution. Pattinson used to be someone directors were hesitant to cast. Now he's being trusted with high concept sci-fi and carrying it on his back. Whether people loved the film or not, one thing was clear. Pattinson can hold his own in anything. He could have played it safe. He could have stayed Edward Cullen forever, lived off of nostalgia and easy cash. Instead, he vanished into indie films, took strange, sometimes uncomfortable roles, played characters who were broken, silent, furious, ugly, and slowly he earned his way back. Not to where he was, but somewhere better. Now when people talk about Robert Pattinson, they're not thinking about vampires. They're thinking about risk, about range, about transformation.